Now, welcome to another Marvel video,
Marvel.
where we're going to be talking about Harrison Ford, Han Solo, Indiana Jones, the president at one point. He's done it all. Apparently joining the MCU.
Yeah. I mean, those reports seem just come out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. This was probably more surprising to me than hearing Hugh Jackman going to team up with Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool.
Yeah, because Harrison Ford he's getting, I love
I thought Indiana Jones was going to be
right? the
end of his great works,
Yeah.
you know? I thought maybe after this he'll spend some time in retirement.
Yeah.
Enjoying the fruits of his labor.
Yeah, he's earned it. He's done a lot. He's some of the most iconic characters in film history. Yeah. And now he's going to try to add one more here, I guess.
He's going for another. So the cast for the upcoming Captain America New World Order got this huge upgrade when Harrison Ford it came out that he's apparently joining the ensemble as Secretary Thaddeus E. Thunderbolt Ross. We know that this character was previously played by William Hurt.
Who passed away, yes.
Yes, he portrayed him in the Hulk movie, The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
As well as he had cameoed in a couple.
He was in Civil War.
He was also in Black Widow.
Yeah. At the start of the film, right? I'm sorry, Black
At
Widow
the start, and I think somewhere along the way as well.
I think my mind tried to forget Black Widow. It's one of the more disappointing.
We've only seen once.
It is. It's one of the very few.
The steel trap here remembers everything.
Yeah, but I wanted that movie to be good.
Over?
Yes, while watching it, but Black Widow missed the window, I think.
Black Widow should have been good. That character deserved a proper movie.
Yes, years ago.
Yes.
Before getting random.
Hawkeye finally got a show that was very well done. She needed a proper
It should have been set
show.
between Endgame and Infinity War and dealt with the current state of the world after the snap. But hey, what do I know?
Possibly come out before she died.
Yes. Well, would have been before she died. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. There was a recent episode of The Hot Mic where an industry insider, Jeff Snyder, gave the audience kind of an update on a story he heard a few weeks ago about Harrison Ford potentially playing Thunderbolt Ross. But he heard it was in the upcoming Thunderbolts movie originally. Apparently that may not be the case, as it seems he will definitely be playing the character in Captain America New World Order. Snyder said, "A couple of shows ago, we talked about the rumor of Harrison Ford being either offered Thunderbolts or, had already passed on it, potentially. I hadn't gotten a confirmation, but I wonder if I asked the wrong question. I think I asked the question, I'm told Harrison Ford has been cast as Thunderbolt in Thunderbolts. I don't know if that's the case yet. I don't know that they have done the deal yet, but there's another deal I hear that Harrison Ford has, in fact, closed a deal to play General Thunderbolt Ross, and that the movie is Captain America 4. That's what I've heard. I heard it's a done deal." I actually saw, on Twitter or something, Harrison Ford made a joke that he was, Marvel had his family at gunpoint and said,
Jeez.
"You're either coming back as Solo again or Marvel," and he chose Marvel.
I guess. He could have come back as Solo.
I think he wants to be done with that role.
I know. That was kind of a joke.
He seemed to want to be done with that role before he even started.
In 1983, when Return of the Jedi, yeah.
I am so interested. I wonder why he's coming back. Why did Disney say one or the other? Is this all in those deals? Remember we had heard for the Crystal Skull or whatever that he had to make deals to come back?
No, not Crystal Skull. The new Indiana Jones.
New one, he had to make deals to come back in Force Awakens and such.
The only deal made for Crystal Skull was with the devil, I think. I don't know what went wrong there.
Aww.
But no, I don't know if it's confirmed, but I thought it was I'll come back and do Han in Star Wars, but you have to let me do Indiana Jones one last time. Yeah. Which, I'm not sure. I'm not saying Disney was or Lucasfilm was we can't do that. No, I'm sure they wanted
maybe
him
then
back.
He came back to them and was like, nobody liked Crystal Skull. Can I have one more chance? And they said, Han Solo or Marvel?
And he said both. Why not both?
Why not?
Because he did do both eventually.
So when the legendary actor William Hurt, when he passed away earlier this year, apparently Marvel already had plans to include his character in at least 2 movies. The conclusion, of course, being that he would be in the Thunderbolts and something else. For anyone who doesn't really know this character, because I know
he's not
people
exactly,
throw things out there and you're like, well, who is he?
He's not exactly a frontline, big name, comic book character. Well, he kind of is, actually.
He's the first incarnation of Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, catchy name. I know, it's as good as Smart Hulk.
It's better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, he first appeared in 2008 in the Hulk series, and then he was a big storyline in the 2010 World War Hulks. Or Army General Thunderbolt Ross. He is the father of Betty Ross, who is Hulk's, or at least was in the original Hulk movie. His main love interest. It was Betty. The storyline in the comics revealed that Ross was given the ability to transform into Red Hulk by the organization's A.I.M and the Intelligentsia.
Which we just saw in She-Hulk.
Yes, and that he did this in order to better fight the original Hulk. The Intelligentsia gave him these powers, and kind of as a thing that they want, they're like, okay, we'll give you the powers so you can fight Hulk as much as you want, but you also have to attack targets that we give you. And, ultimately to use Red Hulk for their own ideals. I think the leader was in charge of Intelligentsia. This all makes sense. He always wanted a Hulk of his own, I suppose.
We all want a Hulk of our own.
Yeah, eventually Red Hulk realizes he shouldn't put that much faith in this group, and he parts from them. He's got, superhuman strength, durability, endurance, comparable to the Hulk. He is capable of doing something the Hulk can't, though. He absorbs radiation, which his body metabolizes for increased strength, which the Hulk just gets angry to get stronger.
Yeah. He
absorbs radiation, and it can help him metabolize to increase strength. He also can, emit heat. Makes sense with the radiation, I suppose. Yeah. He can get very warm.
You wouldn't like me when I get warm.
No, he's melted sand into glass and stuff. I mean, he's...
Yes.
What's interesting is that they could have easily connected this with She-Hulk. I mean, Intelligentsia does still exist.
They kind of did.
In a way. They do still have her blood, possibly, which the leader could use to create our Red Hulk. That, maybe he gets created in New World Order in Captain America movie, and then goes on to become a Thunderbolt in that. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we know Val has been sneaking around, recruiting characters. We always thought, she's kind of making her own Thunderbolts or something. She's got, U.S. Agent, Ghost, Yelena. She's been collecting them. So she'll probably end up collecting Ross, or maybe he's partially in the lead of this group now. I mean, is this A.I.M, Hydra? Could it be the Intelligentsia? I mean, we could easily enough be seeing within these shows the setup of the Thunderbolts as a group to maybe even clash with the Avengers.
Well, I think so, yeah.
I mean, whether they think they're doing good or not, they're serving means that are secretive and might not... it's more like a Suicide Squad type deal, this team, in a way.
Yeah, we could have a Dark Avengers versus Avengers, since the Thunderbolts do become Dark Avengers in the comics.
This very well could lead up to a big, interesting conclusion where we do have heroes fighting anti-heroes and such. Either way, I'm totally interested.
I'm curious to see Harrison Ford. I mean, it just seems like an odd role for him. I don't know why I
can
feel
totally
that way.
see him playing the grizzled army general guy.
Sure, yeah, sure.
I don't know if I can see him playing Red Hulk. We don't even know for sure if they're going to go Red Hulk, but it would seem like a waste to not go Red Hulk.
It seems like it actually has been set up, like we said, through She-Hulk and the stealing of the blood and the Intelligentsia and the return of the leader, essentially. And
exactly. I think in Captain America New World Order, he's maybe trying to help set up this New World Order, and maybe this is where the Avengers and Captain America are like, anything you call New World Order just sounds really dictatory to me.
There's a reason for that, yeah.
So they could easily be setting that up, Ross being on the side of, we need order because he is a military man and he hates the Hulk and stuff. But we could see him then transition into Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
I could see that being very well
He
done.
did say something about 2 projects, right? So it kind of makes sense.
They originally had planned to have William Hurt in two projects.
Yes, so.
There's just no word for sure if Harrison Ford would be picking up the role in both projects or if they have pivoted as the actor had passed away.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, technically in Thunderbolts, maybe you could just use Red Hulk. It could kind of be...
Thunderbolts were named after him, so I'm really hoping that he's in there.
Well, it might even be that they try to keep it a mystery. It's not that Harrison Ford's going to, Red Hulk's going to show up and in the film itself, they aren't going to tell you who he is until maybe like the end. It's like, oh my God, those 5 people who don't know. It's
right. It could be that Yelena is the field team leader, because I know she is announced as the team leader.
Yeah.
But it could be that he is the actual leader of the group. That he just doesn't generally go on missions until they go out of control and he needs to step in.
Yeah. Either way, interesting that Harrison Ford joining the MCU. I think that's every actor in Hollywood now. I think they got them all.
Keanu Reeves hasn't come over yet, has he?
True.
He's just been in DC.
Yeah, apparently. He's returning to DC. Somehow, Keanu Reeves is back. But anyway.
Well, we do know Captain America New World Order is currently scheduled for May 3rd, 2024, and Thunderbolts July 26th, 2024.
Really close. Probably connected.
I hope so.
All right, well, that is all we got for you this time. So do take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of this news. Tell us what you think of Harrison Ford in the MCU. Are you excited? Do you think it's peculiar? Whatever the case may be, leave your comments below. Let's talk some Marvel. And until next time, thanks for watching.